In this episode of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
So, Mr. Pavlova, and the cause of that fateful stumble? Your kitty cat. A gargantuan venomous snake. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Let's get started. Okay, we're gonna figure out what happened. So, she scratched the back of my hand and then ran up the bell cord. Before I could do anything, she had disappeared through the ventilator. As cats do. Darka, she is so naughty. I wonder what Darka means. It sounds so cute. Okay. Solved that one. Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter, the grim demise of the victim. How did this young man lose his life, and why? According to the data of which I have been apprised, it would appear there were no visible signs of injury. We gotta go back to the blunt injury, though. Blunt injury to the neck. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can... Okay. What Mr. Sholmes says is true. There were no signs of a wound anywhere on Kazuma-sama's body. That's right. But Mr. Sholmes seems to be unaware of one very important detail. Kazuma wasn't poisoned. That's right. Okay, yes, it would seem so. Let's give him the information he's missing now. It has to be the autopsy. Okay, let's look at it real quick. Okay, so victim, male, Far Eastern. Yeah. Time of death, sometime between 1 a.m. and a little past 2 a.m. Cause of death, damage to the cervical vertebrae resulting in instant death. The victim's neck was almost certainly broken as a result of a strong blow to the area. No obvious external injuries or traces of poison. It clearly says no poison, too. Let's just present it. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by the postmortem report. Ah, yes. I knew it was one or the other. Yeah. His neck was broken, clean in two. Do you want to see? Indeed, the breaking of the cervical vertebrae is fatal. Only that Goliath would be strong enough to survive that. Seaman Stroganoff isn't some immortal freak, you know. The injury is out. The jury is out. Anyway, we have on good authority that the victim's neck was broken. Now, if we take that as fact, we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime. Oh no, could there be? Yes, an examination of the deceased's body will prove the cause of death conclusively. Kazuma died because his neck was broken. In other words, he was probably struck by something or someone. Yes, that's a distinct possibility. As of yet, no weapon has been found, though. Presumably, Darka didn't silently creep up behind Kazuma and deal him a fatal blow. I suppose. It's possible that he had a fall and hit the ground awkwardly. Oh, yeah, there's, his, boot. It could have been a terrible act of misfortune that he broke his neck complete by accident. Oh, yes, a bad fall could explain it. Wait, so he actually died? It's rather hard to believe of Kawasuma-sama, though. He wasn't a clumsy man. Well, we need to fix this deduction somehow. Is there anything from the scene that could explain what had happened? Yeah. right? Because this would show that he slipped and scuffed his boot, and the bell from the cat also broke. Yeah, let's do it.
Yes!
Yeah, that makes sense. Yes, an examination of the mark on the floor will prove the cause of death conclusively. No way! I still don't believe he died. This particular mark, so prominently visible next to the victim's body, is a deposit of shoe polish. Shoe polish? Indeed. Positively identified by a little analysis device I constructed, which I carry now as a matter of course. Beeswax, tallow, and dye were my results, the undeniable ingredients of shoe polish. Okay. And the color of the polish is a perfect match to the color of Mr. Asogi's laced leather boots. Laced leather shoes. Looking at this mark, it's not hard to imagine what happened. For some reason, Mr. Asogi must have caught his foot at that point on the floor and tripped. Whoopsie doodle. And by a dreadful turn of misfortune, caught his neck against some immovable object as he fell to the floor. Okay, so what could that be? Caught his neck against some immovable object. Suffering a fatal blow to the spine, the victim's vertebrae shattered, and in that instant he lost his life. That's crazy. There's no way. I don't know. I don't know anything about this. Is that really true, Miss Pavlova? What about the evidence left at the scene where Mr. Asogi lost his life? Yes, the facts are as clear as day to me. You did all you could to conceal the incriminating evidence. Oh, what's she looking at? But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose. Huh. That's right, you hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that traveling case. I don't believe it. Kazuma-sama merely tripped over and now he's no more? It can't be true, I refuse to accept it. I know it's hard to believe, but the mark on the floor does seem to suggest that's what happened. No freaking way! And if this part of Mr. Sholm's deduction is right, Miss Pavlova is trying to hide some evidence that would prove it. Here, in this cabin, somewhere in the direction that she just cast her eyes. Where, I wonder? Let's have a good look around. The answer must be here somewhere. Okay. Was she looking at... Oh, did he fall on the tiara? Oh, wait. Is there something in here? Oh, wait. Is there something in there? This is a waste paper basket. Perhaps all the first class cabins have them. But Miss Pavlova only started occupying this cabin late last night. Presumably there's not much rubbish in there yet. Oh, there's the other part of the bell. It's a broken piece of glass, isn't it? Yes, it is. And I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. Okay. If it looks familiar, perhaps it's more than your mind simply playing tricks on you. Yeah, okay.
Yes!
Isn't that? You hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in the waste, in the waste paper basket. That's right, that's right. Here we have a fragment of some intricate glass object, it would seem. One that has a familiar air, in fact. Precisely. We found another piece of broken glass on the floor in Mr. Asogi's cabin. Why would she try to hide it? Or, I don't know. Would she try to keep it? And as you can see, the two pieces fit together perfectly. Oh no. So, Mr. Pavlova, Miss Pavlova, shall we consider what this tells us? Why would it be that part of this glass object which was evidently broken at the scene of the victim's death should be found in the waste paper basket in your cabin? Come on. Spit it out. You're well acquainted with this glass bell, are you not? Yeah, you know. I don't know, in that hush Russian accent of yours, won't we save you this time, dear girl? Yeah, they're being a little bullying. Because we have conclusive evidence linking you to the belt in question. That's right. The photo. Take it away, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes. The evidence linking Miss Pavlova and the little glass bell. That would be the photo. Boom.
Yes.
Oh, it's so cute. If you look at this photograph, you can clearly see hanging from Darka's collar. Boom. The very glass bell in question. Yes. The truth has caught up with you, Miss Pavlova. The young man who lost his life last night did so after a truly inauspicious fall. And the cause of that fateful stumble? Your kitty cat. Your absent feline friend, Darka. Okay, so what can we conclude from here? It was an accident, so no one is in trouble? I couldn't tell anyone. I'm sorry. What? Death by tripping over a cat. What a way to go. That is so sad. There's no way. He's just dead now? Maybe he's just knocked out. Ugh, I still can't believe it. Are you kidding me? Why don't you tell us now, Miss Pavlova? Tell us exactly what happened last night. Well, it was a little after 1 in the morning. I was just hanging out. I was on my phone, swiping through TikTok. It was so late, but I hadn't had time to feed Darka, so I gave her some food. And then, all of a sudden, she scratched me and jumped out of my hands. People do say that cats become very anxious and nervous in new environments. Totally forgot you were there. Also totally forgot you were beaten up. You should fix your face. She was so fast. She disappeared through the ventilator before I could stop her. And that is how you acquired the rather nasty wound on the back of your hand, I take it. Yeah, that's right. And I had read the rules on the wall. I knew that I was not allowed Darka with me. Yes, modern science suggests that animals can carry infectious diseases. It's a precaution, really. Is that why? So I listened and listened, trying to hear if there was some noise in the next cabin. It was very quiet. I was sure if someone was there, he must be sleeping. So at that point, you thought it was safe to try to lure the kitten back again? By dangling the end of the toy through the ventilator and into the adjoining cabin. Darka always loves this toy, but it didn't work. Nothing worked. I tried using her favorite toy, I tried whistling to her softly, but nothing. She didn't return. So the faint whistling sound Cosmo wrote about in his diary was Miss Pavlova trying to retrieve her pet. Okay, cats have a propensity to remain hidden in the shadows when frightened. Oh. Yes, so there was nothing else I could do. I just had to wait until she had calmed down. But then... Oh my god. Something must have startled the cat, though. I nearly passed out with shock. I heard her cry out, and then... Oh, it was such a dreadful bang. Then afterwards, nothing. It was totally silent. Oh, that's so chilling. He just died. She just listened to him die. There's no way he's dead, though. I still don't believe it. From the appearance of the brown mark on the floor, it seems likely that what you heard was the victim stepping on the glass belt and tripping up. No way. The SS Buria is a large vessel, but even she can pitch and roll violently without warning. If Mr. Asage was already off balance as a result of the ship lurching when the kitten got under his feet, the combination of unfortunate factors could easily have caused him to fall over. What did he hit his head on? For him to die. But what became of the kitten afterwards? Yeah, Yeah, the door was bolted shut. In the end, I managed to get her to come back through the ventilator. Yet Darka is nowhere to be seen. I must have forgotten to lock my case, and now she's disappeared again. Okay. Sounds mighty convenient. Gracious, that cat is that cat is as insufferably restless as I am. When I woke this morning, I heard that a young man in the cabin next door had died. But I couldn't bring myself to tell anyone what had happened. Okay. I was too scared. Scared that they would send me back. I see. Oh. That's really serious though. Your pet killed someone. Oh, hold on a minute. What about the snake? Yeah, okay, where did the snake come from? If the snake isn't your friend, Miss Pavlova, then whose is it and where did it come from? Oh my gosh. What on earth is such a dangerous creature doing on board the ship? It's his pet? Oh, I didn't say. Snake is my friend. His name is Piroshko. What? That snake belongs to you? Oh, I like the way he pets it. He escaped from cage when emergency alarm sounded. I was looking for him. I did not expect to find him in here. Yes, how did that snake get into his cabin? But animals are not permitted on board. Okay, Miss Goody Two Shoes. Ha, we were at sea for 1 year. You want to be so long without close friend? Without someone who understands? Couldn't you find someone a little more human who understands you better? But my dear burly fellow, a gargantuan venomous snake. Surely you can appreciate the danger you're putting everyone in. No venom. What? Piroshko does not have venom. It doesn't look like he has teeth. I mean fangs. He has... Oh, could you imagine if snakes had teeth? Oh god, that would be terrifying. He is harmless. Very long but very gentle. He is adorable, like Granny. It's venomless? Yes. Now he is hungry, so he is in bad mood. But once I feed him, you will see big smile. And you feed him what? Milk, I suppose? Ha! Like they say they milk chickens? Ridiculous. Snakes that drink milk are only in stupid stories. Piroshko eats mouses. Big, fat, round mouses. Oh, so is that what the mousetrap... Oh, is that what the mousetrap in the passageway out there is for? Of course. How else can I catch my friend's favorite food? Nothing says top of the food chain like the look in their eyes right now. Dot, dot, dot. It refuses to drink milk. It can't hear a whistle. It can't climb up a belt cord, and it's not even venomous? How the deuce did something so inept land a starring role? Is not my fault. I do not make up stories. My Piroshko is nothing to do with this incident. So that's what happened. That's the truth behind my best friend's tragic death. Wow, what? That's so sad. Okay, like that's it. There has to be more to it. Oh. Miss Pavlova? I understand the difficult situation you found yourself in, and I do sympathize. But please remember this. A young man lost his life. If you're going to attempt to cover up your guilt with lies, then no matter what the circumstances, I cannot forgive you. Whoa, what are you talking about, Miss? What? Mikotoba? What lies? Miss Pavlova just confessed everything. Wait, what else could she be hiding? It was just a series of unfortunate events, an accident. What? I'm no great detective like Mr. Sholmes. I don't have a gift for knowing the truth. But even I can see that was not the truth. Don't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo? I don't know what to think. To be perfectly honest, yes. There's a discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story. I'm sure of it. I just can't quite put my finger on it. I was rather hoping I could resolve matters before we made our next port call. You were, Mr. Sholmes? Yes, but I overlooked one important detail. What is it? The deceased young man was a very close companion of yours, was he not? Yeah. Yeah, he was. He was my best friend. I owed him my freedom, even. She's like, I thought I was your best friend. In that case, we must follow this to its conclusion. Okay. No further distractions. You must uncover the real truth here. That's why I put those shackles on you, so that you can keep looking. Unhindered, right? Yes, whatever that may be. Okay. The key to this is the discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure. If I can chase that down, maybe the truth will become clear. The truth about how you really died. About how that scene in your cabin really came to be. Oh, wait, if it was an accident, he wouldn't be able to write down wardrobe on the floor, right? All right, I'll see what I can do. Yeah, I think that might be the discrepancy. Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Naruhodo. What is this? So then, shall we begin? Yes. Yes. What we should ponder first is the victim who lost his life in a cabin that was bolted shut from the inside. Was this truly an unfortunate accident? Or was it in fact no accident at all? That is what we must establish in the first instance. But we've already established it, haven't we? No, not necessarily. The man tripped over the kitten that had climbed into his cabin via the ventilator. Tragic, yes, but still an accident. Oh. Wait, let's just take a step back. It doesn't make sense if that's really what happened, does it? I'm going to have to ask you to spell it out for me, because I have a concussion from being beaten up. Yes, it's starting to take shape now. There's a clear contradiction between the facts and Miss Pavlova's story here. The evidence is right there in Kazuma's cabin. It's undeniable. His death couldn't possibly have been a mere accident. Come on, just give me the opportunity. I got this. Let us show our hand. Time to present the evidence. The evidence that proves unequivocally that the victim's death was no mere accident. Here. Okay. Yeah, see? I'll present it.
Yes!
Has to be. The truth is clearly recorded in this photographic print. Because if it was an accident, he wouldn't have time to write that out. There's no way that Mr. Asogi could have left this message on the floor. That script, it's Russian, isn't it? Oh, yeah, also that. How do we know that he knew Russian? Indeed it is. The word written means wardrobe. I see what you mean. Most people would leave a dying message in their native language. Japanese in this case. But maybe he was studying Russian. Whatever. It is a simple language. He could have picked it up very fast. Wait, so like she wrote it? And did she actually kill him? That doesn't seem likely. That's actually not the point. It makes no difference whether he knew Russian or not. Sorry, what do you mean? Exactly what I said before. There is no way that Mr. Asagi could have left this message on the floor. And the reason why is clearly explained in here. Damage to the cervical vertebrae, resulting in instant death. Oh, yeah, they're okay. Which means, after the victim fell to the floor, he couldn't possibly have written anything, because he was already dead. Okay. So confused. It's not the only reason either. A remnant of something that couldn't possibly have been there if what Miss Pavlova told us was true. Wait, what is it? I don't know. Putting this message on the floor aside, there's something else that gives the truth away. Another piece of evidence that proves this was no accident. In other words, I think it's gotta be the bell this time. I think so. Let's try presenting this again.
Yes.
Instead of the scuff mark, it's the bell. Yeah, okay. This piece of broken glass next to the mark on the floor. But that's the glass bell the kitten had around its neck. We already know all about that. It was broken in half when the victim tripped over the cat and fell. So we already have a satisfactory explanation. Where's the flaw in that logic? Unfortunately, there's a big, very big flaw, a fatal flaw. If that's really what happened, where's the other half? Then how did one half of the bell end up back here in this cabin? Yeah. Yeah, remember that we found the other half of the glass bell in that waste paper basket. Would you care to explain that, Miss Pavlova? Care to explain, bitch? Both these pieces of evidence clearly point to the same conclusion. That when Mr. Asagi died last night in his cabin, there was someone else in the room. That was totally her silhouette too. And that same person deliberately arranged the scene to disguise the truth in order to cover up his or her own guilt. Boom. Yes, there was someone else present in Mr. Asagi's. You are wasting time. Someone else was there? Duh, of course, we know this. What are you talking about? Oh, he's referring to Ryunosuke. Bulkhead was bolted shut from inside. There was no way in or out. Oh, yes. And only other person in cabin when young student died was you.
Yes.
Ooh, that counter. It's true, I was in the cabin when it happened. You were shut inside the cabin wardrobe, to be precise about the details. There's no way I would have left that message. Not would have. There's no way you could have left that message, to be precise about the details. Would you mind? Forgive me, my dear fellow. As I was saying, the person in question wrote the word wardrobe in Russian on the floor in an attempt to incriminate me for the crime, even though I had been asleep in there the entire time. And then, the same person picked up the broken glass bell that had fallen to the floor, for fear of it becoming evidence that would show how Mr. Asagi really died. Why would they obviously leave, like, the other half? It's like, that's just poor incriminating. Why wouldn't this person have taken all the pieces of the bell away? Yeah, why wouldn't they have? Guess we'll find out in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know where this case is going. I also still refuse to believe that Asagi is dead. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more content, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye, guys.